is. We're here, folks. Good morning, afternoon, or whatever time it is you're watching. This is Just Plain Living, and I'm John Gray. Glad to be here.
Good morning, Peggy Burton. I came back.
Yes, you did.
Came back. That's right.
Came back. Who'd you kick?
Well, it was a big one.
It was a big one.
Peggy's been gone for 2 weeks, and she comes back crippled. It makes us really wonder, what in the world?
Where have you been?
You know where I've been? I've been working in the pears. I got 4 pear trees. Anybody out there want pears? I've still got pears. And that's how
Shoot, I love
broke
pears.
my foot.
For real?
Working in the
I
pears.
love pears.
Yeah.
You were trying to climb one of those pear trees?
Well, no, it's a short story. I mean, you break your foot in a hurry.
You know what? One thing I've always wondered is why you never see pear pie. You see apple pie, you see cherry
been to
pie.
My house to eat a
You don't
pear
ever
pie.
see pear pie.
I make pear everything.
And I was told though that if you're not real good, the pears, if you don't know what you're doing, the pears will get mushy, whereas apple has more fiber in it, more texture to it, and it doesn't get mushy like a pear does.
Well, the kind of pears I have are the real old-fashioned kind that are
black,
real hard.
old black
and
on,
people make preserves.
Yeah, I love those.
Relish, or I just put in the freezer and use them like I would use apples.
I just got to say, John, that's a wonderful observation, because as old as we are, I don't think that I've ever
even thought
about that.
Well, I'll tell you what I did last Thanksgiving. I had Bridget out at Goody Two Scoops, she's a bona fide chef. I said, why can you not make me a pear pie like an apple pie with the lace on top? And she said, well, sure I can. And she did. And it was marvelous.
Really?
Absolutely marvelous.
So where'd you find your pears? Are they like?
I asked her to get pears. She made me a pear pie.
Have my extra pears because I'm not working them anymore.
You know, so we had pear pie. I think you can get a pear up at the Jim Oliver Smokehouse. I think you can get a pear turnover. You know, they have those apple. They have the turnovers.
Yeah, you can do anything with a
turnover
pear.
pies, and I think they make a pear up there. But
so I have a
pear, for years and years
I have
and years.
a pear request. Come and get my pears.
Pear request.
Okay, come get my pears.
That's what I love about this show. You never know where it's going.
No,
you never have a clue where it's going.
Because I have pears, I have 5 turkeys that come daily and walk through the pears and walk through the yard. They're the neatest things. And deer, they love it at my house.
Right,
because they're eating the pears.
Yeah, they like plums, too. I have plum trees, and those deer come and get those plums, and they eat those things.
How many deer? I wonder what the deer population is in Tullahoma.
I think it's
a bunch.
Plenty,
it's got to be a bunch.
They're everywhere.
I come home at night, and there's 7, sometimes there's 8 or 10 in my driveway, and they're just standing there, not afraid of you.
They're no
it's
longer
like,
afraid.
what are you doing here? You know?
They don't care.
And when you come at night, you see their eyes shining in the field.
Yeah, right. Love them. Folks, we have a full show today, so we're going to get rid of this useless drivel that we usually do at the front of this show and take you to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back and get started with today's Just Plain Living.
The Kia Cadenza sale continues at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. We still have a great selection to choose from. Purchase one of these Kia Cadenzas out of dealer inventory and receive dealer invoice pricing, starting as low as $32,545. No games, no gimmicks, no hassles. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. Invoice pricing for a limited time only. Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Why buy anywhere else?
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the stage right now. I had something else in my mind there for just a moment.
Steak.
Yeah, right. Maggie Vaughn, because you probably still are, or maybe, I know you were at one time, the poet laureate for the state of Tennessee. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that must mean that you have spent most of your adult life, or probably most of your life, as a poet. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
So.
And songwriter.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, great. I just always wondered, some people have that natural gift, and I know John Gray has got it. Sort of has that gift. Is that something that you did at an early age? Or?
Yes, I started writing in the 2nd grade, little love notes to boys sitting.
Oh, love notes to boys.
I stayed in trouble all the time. But it's something that you're born with, I think. I don't know that you can just wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a poet. Mm-hmm. I think if you're a writer or any kind of artist, you're born with that gift. Mm-hmm. And everybody gets a gift. I spoke to Webb school students the other day. Everybody is born with a gift. You just have to sometimes struggle and find it. And
you have to find out what it is.
You have to find it, and I found it early on.
Yeah. So I bet you feel pretty fortunate that you did that, because you obviously love what you do.
I love it. I love it. I quit a career when I was 42 years old and moved to Bell Buckle just to do this.
What was your career?
And I was in advertising for the newspaper. And I worked for the Tennessee and Banner for their advertising was Newspaper Printing Corporation.
Right.
And I was there 17 years.
Yeah.
So,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but not many people get to spend their life doing what they
I know,
really enjoy
and I tell
doing.
people, step out on faith.
Yeah.
Just step out. Take chances in life.
Tell our audience when you get to be poet laureate of Tennessee, what does that mean? How do you get that position?
Well, it's done like a bill. It comes up in the House, and then it goes to the Senate, and then it's signed by the governor.
I see.
And the House did a search. I knew they wanted me because they told me, but they had to kind of be able to back it up. So they called Vanderbilt, and they got a hold of Walter Sullivan, and he's passed on since. But he said, well, if you want a poet of the people, it's Maggie Vaughn.
Poet of the people.
Yeah, and boy, that stuck, and that's how I got it.
Okay, all right. Well, I always wondered how that happened.
Well,
you've held that distinction for
almost
some time.
20 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's time to
so once
something.
once you're designated that, you have that for the rest of your life.
Well, the House gave it to me for life. The Senate renews it every 5 years.
I see. Okay.
So
yeah. All right. I know that's not why you came to see us today,
it's
but
not about me today.
I just kind of wanted to know those kinds of things.
All right.
Tell us why you're here today.
Well, a couple of years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, Bell Buckle just used to be full of artists, and we still have people like Russ Faxon and all that group, and Sherry Hunter and Michael Bush, But we used to have a lot of the little artists. But houses got expensive over there because people wanted to live in Bell Buckle, and they just zoomed up, and the little artists couldn't afford them, and so. We wanted to bring that back, and we formed this right here, Bell Buckle Arts Council.
Right.
And so we brought in already. We've already done 2 shows, bringing people in, and we're bringing back the plein air because they loved doing it when they were here. And I don't know if you can get this or not, but doesn't matter. I'll just tell you what it is.
Plein air on.
Okay. It's plein air on the square. It starts at 10 till 3. We'll be around town. We're going to have balloons up, and they'll find a balloon, and that's where an artist is sitting painting.
Oh, okay.
Just painting outside, whatever they want to paint. It may be a house or a building or something, So we're really excited. We've got 21 people coming for that. And they're out of Murfreesboro, the Chestnut Group. So it should be a really nice day. And I'll talk more about it, but while I'm just on it, there's a Hand of Jesus festival coming up in the park at 3:30. And I don't even, you may know some of these people. I'm stupid at times. And American Idol finalist Danny Gorky, is that how you pronounce that? He's going to be there.
Goki, I believe.
Goki. Yeah, Goki.
And that's also coming up this weekend.
That's coming up this weekend. It starts at 3:30. See, we end at 3, and this one starts, and it's got all kinds of things going on. Is it the Catus, Catons? I don't know.
Katinas, I believe.
Katinas. See, I don't know about that. Now, if it's the Happy Goodman and the Statesman, I can do those, but these new ones, I really
actually,
don't know.
Maggie, I remember those too. The ones you just mentioned.
Oh, man.
Probably more so than this.
Yeah, and I think there's an admission of $10 for that.
Yeah.
This is free.
Right.
And while I'm talking, the Arts in the Park around the square, I think, in Shelbyville, are also Saturday. So what we do is we tell the people in Bell Buckle when they see us to go on over to Shelbyville,
right? And
they'll tell them to come on over to our place. We don't hog anything, and I think Becky Shelton from here is in that,
right?
And I probably Kevin Raines, who fabulous sculptor, he'll be in it, and. So I just want to say that's going on in Shelbyville. But this is the main reason I'm here, is to talk about Bell Buckle. And we hope everybody will come. You'll enjoy it, and eat while you're there, and gossip.
Not only that, Bell Buckle's a beautiful little town to come and visit. It's always
fabulous.
fun. I know when we're doing news stories.
We have a good time in Bell Buckle.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
And for such a small town, it's amazing the activities that go on in Bell Buckle.
Travis is sitting out there. He is going to be singing. Aren't you singing, Travis?
Yes, he is.
I think you're going to be interviewing him today, too.
Right.
He comes and does plein air singing.
Plein air singing.
Plein air singing with that guitar. He's good.
All right, and that's, again, that's coming up.
It's this coming Saturday from 10 to 3.
Right, exactly. That's on the square in Bell Buckle. On the square.
21 artists will be setting up and doing their art. And they welcome you to come and talk to them. You do not bother them. They'll talk their leg off with you.
Right.
And it's a friendly group. If you come to Bell Buckle, it's friendly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's a great way to spend the Saturday afternoon. That's 10 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This Saturday, folks.
This Saturday.
And you don't have to make a reservation or anything. Just show up. It's going to be a big, fun time in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Maggie, thank you so much for coming by today.
Just looking
Such a pleasure to see you.
In the monitor there, Lord, I've lost weight, but I look big as an elephant.
it's the TV camera.
I think it's the TV shirt here.
I've been telling myself for years it's the camera.
You look bigger.
It's the camera.
It's putting weight on me.
Okay, see, she agreed. All right,
thank you so much.
Thank you, Maggie. We appreciate it.
Come to Bell Buckle.
We'll be right back after this, folks.
Thank you.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Hi, Grandma. It's Jake. I'm calling to tell you I love you more than anything in the whole wide world, even ice cream. I love you more than spaghetti and meatballs. I love you more than snakes and monkeys and sharks and whales and praying mantises. Bye, Grandma. Love you.
Let it all in with Charter Phone, including unlimited local and long-distance calls.
Welcome back to Living. I'm so glad that we have somebody from Manchester. You are from Manchester, aren't you?
I'm from Manchester.
He's here with the Historical Society in Manchester. Is that correct, or did I have that wrong?
It's Coffee County Historical Society. We do Tullahoma and Manchester both.
And you do a great job, and it's getting ghost time, right?
It sure is.
Okay, so what do we got going?
Okay, well, it's some of you probably know this is in Manchester this weekend is Old Timers Day.
Which is what time does that start? Old Timers Day.
I don't know, early in the morning, 9 o'clock, something like that.
And there's parades and people selling things and artists and whatever. There's a big
displays around the square. I mean, they finally got the square repaired.
It is absolutely beautiful. I can't get over it. It's remarkable.
It looked like a war zone for a while, but
I know.
They're okay. Anyway, this is part of the same program. That evening, starting around 5 o'clock, we'll have our Ghost of History tour down at the city cemetery.
Where is that actually located?
It's at about 2 blocks off the square. Okay. It's at the corner of Church Street and High Street.
So it's walking distance.
In easy walking distance, and it starts at 5 o'clock and runs till 8 o'clock. We're starting it a little earlier this year because sometimes kids get involved, and it's just it's a lighted path down through the cemetery.
That's nice.
But we're starting a little earlier and trying to get more people in.
And I think you all are having people dressed in costume of the period of the Civil War period. Is there a certain
this year we're primarily targeting soldiers in the past. This year we have some people, some ghosts of Civil War soldiers, even one Mexican War era. World War I, and World War II.
And what's happening is you're telling stories about that person.
That's exactly right.
And sometimes do you have people that are actually a family member do the...
We try to get that, if at all possible, person who is an actual descendant of the person involved. Sometimes we get, and sometimes we find somebody that knew them personally and was knowledgeable of the person, so they can tell a bit of their history. By the way, I didn't forget to shave this morning. My ghost had a bit.
You're growing your ghost.
That's right. My ghost had a bit. I think I got started a little late. I may have to go to the Walmart and hang one on there. But regardless.
So who are you doing?
I am Dr. Willard Stockwell. He was a Yankee.
Oh, no.
But anyway, he came through here, of course, as Yankees did. And there was, this era, there was sentiment both ways. We think we're all rebels. But
there was on both sides.
Yeah. He liked the area, enjoyed it real well, the people here and the area in general. He was from up in the north Ohio, Indiana. And a lot different terrain, and he liked it. He remembered it, and so after the war, he continued and got his degree, got to be a doctor. And
so he survived the war.
He did survive the war. Okay, several years after the war, some of his family and brother-in-law decided they liked it down here and they wanted to come back, and so they made a big caravan, came back to the South, wagons loaded up and came to the South. And,
well, you don't hear of anybody retiring to the North.
You don't.
So I'm not surprised.
But he was a doctor here, and he helped several people working on their pension stuff, certifying their records so they could draw pension from the war. And he also was a businessman. He ended up buying a hotel in Manchester, changed the name, was a very active businessman there. And he also, there's a big mill right in where they, right downtown there. He bought that and operated it for several years. So he was an active businessman in Manchester.
When did he die? Do you know? Can you remember? It's all right. You can't remember everything.
Around 1910, he decided to go up in White County and expand on his operation. He actually sold out here and moved up into White County. They were going to start a milling operation up there. And during the construction of the dam or some of the earthwork, he slipped and fell.
Oh,
and bam, fell and died.
Killed him.
And they brought him back here, and he was buried here. His wife and son continued to live on up in White County around Sparta, but she died after 1914,
so
15.
There's stories about several.
That's right. Each one of them.
And how long does each little trek last?
The entire presentation per person generally lasts about 5 to 10 minutes, and of course there's some questions and answers. The whole thing, like I said, the tour takes maybe an hour. We try to divide them up in groups of 15 to 20.
So you're starting at 5 and ending at
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So if you want to be part of this entourage, you need to be there.
That's right. You do.
And get your name in the pot.
If you during the Old Timers Day celebration, the Historical Society has an office there in the courthouse. You could go in there and buy tickets and sign up for your group there. Of course, you can also just form up in groups down at the cemetery, but it gets crowded sometimes, so you need to,
sign
buy
up so you can get in a group.
Yeah.
Are y'all still selling the courthouse?
The little keepsakes, sir, we certainly are.
I want you to know I have one.
Well, very good.
They're very nice,
you.
and I'm real proud of that courthouse. It's beautiful.
Well, it's old, 1870, and of course it's like everything old. It's on the historical registry, but like everything old, it gets falls in disrepair. We're trying to help raise some money to restore it,
which
put it back in condition. That's
well,
what the
we only have a few seconds left, so let's reiterate here that Saturday is Old Timers Day in Manchester, and it starts, we don't know when, but early in the morning.
Come here by 9 o'clock.
Get there by 9, and then get prepared to go on the ghost tour, which starts around 5. Line up, and you might actually see a ghost.
There's several ghost stories.
Louis, it is great having you on this show. Thanks for coming. We'll be back with something else.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
This is a tree that was never chopped down to make a crutch that was never needed. By a child who never got polio. Because vaccine was never in short supply. Thanks to people whose compassion wasn't either. Over the years, Rotary Club members have helped immunize over 2 billion children against polio. Soon, the world will be polio-free. Rotary, humanity in motion.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No 2 visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this coming weekend at South Jackson Civic Center, Becky Buller and her band and some other bluegrass folks are going to be there doing a gospel bluegrass show at the Civic Center at South Jackson. And Becky stopped by the studio the other day, and we're going to give you just a little taste of what's going to happen this weekend at South Jackson Civic Center.
With the Becky Buller, and this is Rick and Sarah Vella from the Cross Point String Band, and we want to tell you all about an evening of gospel bluegrass music happening at South Jackson Civic Center on Friday, October 10th at 7 p.m. Tickets are $18 in advance, $20 at the door. You will hear the Cross Point String Band. You'll hear, and I'll be sitting in with them. They're going to be doing a live recording. It's going to be really exciting. And Darren and Brooke Aldridge are coming all the way from Cherryville, North Carolina to be part of this event.
Awesome, and you can get more information at crosspointstringband.org and everything that you need to find tickets and all the information about the show. We have some fine sponsors that have helped us out, Chick-fil-A as well as Citizens Tri-County Bank. But again, that is October the 10th at 7 p.m. It's a Friday night. Yeah. And if you go to Cross Point String Band and just click on the picture of our flyer, and that will lead you to all kinds of links for all the information you'll need.
Yeah. And a portion of the night's proceeds will go to benefit the Bible Literature
and Missionary Foundation
out of Shelbyville, Tennessee. Yep. And you said for less than the cost of a gallon of gas?
To print one Bible,
You can print one Bible and get it in the hands of a missionary who'll get it into the hands of somebody who needs to hear the Word. That's right.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
We're going to do one more song for you. Rick wrote this tune just after he moved to Tullahoma, and it's called
Tullahoma. Good job.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Hey, I'm Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Our goal is to provide you comfort in your home. Cool weather's on its way. Sign up for your fall maintenance now. Trane is offering some special financing or rebates for your new systems you purchase this fall. Our goal is to provide you with the best possible service and installation job available. Our office staff is beat by none. Now that you've heard the Stroop effect, the picture is clear. Call Stroops for all your service needs.
Today I want to talk about my favorite reality TV shows. sports. Charter's got over 85 available sports channels, many in HD. Baseball, basketball, hockey, motorsports. Charter also has mobile apps that let you watch ESPN on the go. Subscriptions to all-season packages, regional sports networks, even the curling championships in Calgary. Do you like sports? Charter's the one to watch.
All right, folks, we're back, and it's always fun to have our friend Travis Boland show up by way of Jim Oliver's Smokehouse and Marla Sitton's. Where you play in Nashville? What's the name of that place?
We play at the Row over on Lyle Avenue in Midtown.
The Row on Lyle Avenue in Midtown, and he comes to see us just all the time because he is a bad, bad man.
I like to hang out with y'all.
Yeah.
Fun around here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, your second single's come out?
Yeah, it is. Got the Goods. We released it about 10 days ago, and we had great success with the first single, Bad Bad Man. We came on here and talked about that. So now we got another single out. We got to come back and talk.
We get a cut? We gonna get a cut?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And he's got something else here that he's breaking today. Travis Boland, see if you can get a close-up of that. See if you can get a close-up of that. Look at that. Travis Boland's Rhythm and Bluesberry Sauce.
Yeah, we're officially going to be releasing that at Bell Buckle, the Web Craft Show, on the 18th and 19th, because this is brought to us by Jim Oliver Smokehouse and Captain Rodney, who's the sauce man in Bell Buckle, and he also, that's his stage down there during the festival. So we're going to do a release there. Everybody
That's great,
will be there.
man.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time for sure.
Rhythm and Bluesberry Sauce.
Yeah, man. It's real sweet, and it's got a little bit of mild heat. I tell everybody it's good from chicken to waffles, right?
Chicken to waffles.
Yes, sir.
Hey, baby, you know, they're putting everything on waffles now.
Hey, I mean, it's really just bread. I mean, come on,
sweet
right?
bread.
Yeah,
it's a sweet bread with a little bit of booze.
Yeah.
A little bit of blueberry.
That does have liqueur in it, speaking of booze.
Does it have liqueur in it?
I'm sure it's cooked down, but
it's cooked down, but
it isn't a flask bottle. So,
seeing as how you brought the goods, why don't you give us a little bit? I got the goods.
Well, hold on. Before we do that real quick, I have a backup singer that usually sings on this song, my friend Camille Ray, but she couldn't be here with us. So I wanted to give you a copy of the lyrics and ask you if you wanted to maybe put this wig on and be a woman for this song, be part of this.
I love it. I love it.
Now look.
Action hair, it says.
Now look.
That won't go.
That's good enough. That's good enough. All right. So you're going to read the red. After I do the this part, the black and the chorus, you're going to repeat me on these red parts.
Okay.
All right.
Knock it out, man.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Said I could be your baby. Said even when I act like a fool. Well, I long to be your lover. Lord knows I can do it like no other. Long to be your man. Even though my wallet ain't fat. Said I got something that you ain't got, baby. It's just a matter of fact that, girl, don't you know that I got the goods? There you go. Take two of me, like your doctor said you should. Doctor said you should. Get the Jones deep in your bones. We're gonna do it again. I'll be looking at you while you're looking for me after this next verse. Said I could be your pirate, Captain Hook. Girl, as long as I can steal your booty, well, I don't want to be your pimp daddy, 'cause I don't rope me no caddy. Said, how you doing there, sugar? Doing fine. Could you be me amore? Oh, my love now. Said what you need is what I got, girl. you know that I got the goods. Take to me like your doctor said you should. When you get the Jones deep in your bones, I'll be looking at you while you're looking for me. I asked her how she was doing, and she said, woo, I'm so sick of my man. Tell me what you got. And I said, girl, I got no diamond rings, no fancy things, but I got some more, baby, that'll just hit the spot. Hell, you know I got the goods. Woo! Hey, you know I got the goods. Stick to me like your doctor said you should. Hey, you know I got the goods.
Travis Bone.
Unscripted.
Got the goods, baby.
You clearly maybe listen to the track. You
got the goods, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Are we through here? Are we going to be right back after this moment? Are we talking some more? What are we doing? We can't top that. We can't top that 2 minutes. I guess we're going to have to bust into some of this then.
Plug it. Oh, you know, I do have a lot of shows coming up.
You have a lot. Yeah, tell us about your shows.
I've got about the next 4 weeks. I've got about 20 dates, and I got to go to Atlanta and Knoxville, Nashville, Huntsville, and now that the single's out and my record is done, we just haven't released it yet.
Right.
We're able to have a product to book.
Yeah, that's good.
And far.
That's good.
So that's been good, and we've got radio interviews at MTSU, Blue Plate Special at the Visitor Center in Knoxville. We got a gig in Maryville at Bracken's Blues Club. Of course, Bell Buckle, Jim Oliver Smokehouse. I got a gig at the Punganut Pig in Murfreesboro. A lot of stuff coming up.
Punganut Pig. I hadn't heard that name in a long time. That's a great place.
Yeah, it is a cool place, and I got a lot of gigs, a lot of chances to see next few weeks. So.
That's Travis Boland, folks. Guess what? He's got the goods, and this is the most hair I've had since I was about 25.
Well, we kind of match.
I said
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Don't risk losing the Social Security disability benefits you have earned. I'm Russell Hedges with Moore & Hedges, Attorneys at Law. I bring over 25 years of experience and dedication to your case. My Social Security team will walk you through the process. We can increase your chances of winning and maximize the benefits due to you. If we do not win, you will not owe us a fee. Call me, Russell Hedges, with Moore & Hedges, Attorneys at Law, for maximum returns and minimum concerns.
A world without breast cancer is a world with more birthdays. And signing up for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk will help us get there faster. The American Cancer Society invests in groundbreaking breast cancer research, and we're part of every community. In fact, 1 in 2 women newly diagnosed with breast cancer turns to us for support. Sign up today at makingstrideswalk.org. Together, we can finish the fight against breast cancer.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now, Connie Purdue. She just told me that she told me that about 3 minutes ago. Connie Purdue, and Connie is with Life Care Center, and I may leave here with her today after I forgot that. So, anyway, Connie, as I said, is with Life Care Center, and most of you folks in Tullahoma are familiar with Life Care Center. It's a great facility, and it's a place where a lot of us go when we're too old or maybe not able to take care of ourselves at home, but also for other reasons as well. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know you guys got a skills department.
We have lots of therapists with different specialties, and one of the specialties that I have is vestibular therapy, which is for patients who have a lot of dizziness, severe spinning, maybe multiple falls. Some of them come from a hospital setting. Often you can get vestibular problems after being in the hospital, especially if you've had anesthesia and your head's been back in a funny position. But we work with those people. They don't have to come from the hospital, though. There's people out in the community that have these types of problems, and they can come in as an outpatient for therapy also. So we kind of evaluate and treat and figure out what exactly their problem is, and then try to get them back functional again so they're not going to fall and hurt themselves worse.
You know, it's interesting that we're talking about this, because I know I just did a story for our news the other day about how common it is for people who get a little bit older to have issues of falling, and a lot of it caused by dizziness. So this may be actually the clinical name for that.
Right. And vestibular, a lot of times there's issues with balance, which may be just as we get older, we're a little weaker. We don't quite have as much movement at our joints. We're a little stiffer. Some of those issues come into play. So there's kind of three things that make up what controls your balance. One is your vestibular system, which is in your inner ear, and that's a real immediate response system. Then you have your muscles and your joints in your legs that help with control and balance, and then your vision. And so if any one of those systems is off, your balance can decline and you can be at risk for falls.
Oh my goodness. So I would assume then that there is an evaluation period there when people come in, so that you determine what specifically.
We take them through an evaluation. With vestibular, there's lots of specific testing that we do to look at their visual system. That'll give us a good indication whether they actually have vestibular problems or whether it's just another balance system that kind of is in problem. But oftentimes it's not just one, especially as we get older. It may be a combination of vision decreasing, weakness in the lower extremities, and lack of mobility. And then on top of that, they may actually have a vestibular problem. You hear people talk about like the rocks in your head. There actually are within your ears, inside your ear, there's a little, it's called an otolith. It's like a small little teeny tiny pebble, and sometimes those get in the wrong place and they cause that awful spinning sensation, like you sit up or you lay down and the whole world feels like it's spinning. And that a lot of times can be treated very quickly with a positional treatment. Within 1 or 2 treatments, kind of the symptoms have gone away.
No kidding.
Right.
Well, first of all, I didn't know that we had rocks in our heads.
Some more than others.
Yeah, okay, all right. But you know, it's kind of amazing that you guys have a treatment for that specific problem. You know.
Right. And it's like I say, it's common as we get older. Most of us lose a little bit of bone density, and as we do that, those otoliths sometimes become more easily dislodged and kind of float around and get in the wrong spot. Especially if you're an older person and you've had a fall, then you may have also in that fall kind of caused a vestibular problem, because you may have caused one of those otoconia to get in the wrong place. So we can a lot of times fix that and then work on whatever it was that caused you to fall also.
I was wondering, you said that you can, people don't necessarily have to have been referred to you from a hospital, is that right?
Correct.
To come and do what?
Right. if people are out in the community and they're having these problems with dizziness, spinning, lots of falls, if they call to Life Care, they can talk with Dawn Stills, who's our rehab services manager, and get a referral to come in and be evaluated as an outpatient, and then we can see them as an outpatient. So you don't have to stay at our facility to be in the vestibular program. There's lots of people who just come in for treatment as an outpatient.
Is that a program you guys have had for a while?
Well, I've been there for little over 3 years at Life Care, and it's one of the things that I'm certified in, and so when I came, they kind of started doing the vestibular program. We have lots of great therapists, though, a lot of experience. I've got 29 years working as a PT. We have another PT that's been out for 29 years. Lots of therapists within a PTA who's been practicing, I don't even know how long, longer than either one of us. We have a lot of experience and a lot of good hands-on treatment. We have a Biodex, which is a balance machine that you can get on, and the platform can move, and there's a screen up front, and you can set up different things, like where they have to try to stay in the middle or where they have to try to move to a target and then back. And that's one way we kind of can retrain balance, and then we just work on everyday things like, you know, standing and giving them activities where they have to turn their head and try to keep their balance, and things that they're going to do all the time that we want them to be able to do without falling.
And I would think that the more you challenge yourself, if you have those issues, the better you're probably going to get at that.
Right, right. And a lot of times with vestibular problems may be a problem that you actually can't correct. It may be something that's caused from inside the brain, and we can't correct it, so we have to teach the patient to kind of learn how to function at a new normal. So instead of both ears working at the same level where they're supposed to, one ear is not ever going to work quite as much as it should. And so we put them through things that initially they really don't like, because it makes them feel those symptoms of dizziness, sometimes nausea. But eventually their system learns to recognize that's normal. I don't need to make them feel like they are going to throw up when they sit up.
Right.
So you have to do it sometimes over and over and over again and repeat that so that the system learns to set a new normal.
I see. It's amazing that you're able to do that on an outpatient basis now. Are there other physical therapy kind of things that you can do
on outpatient basis? Oh yeah, we can see a lot of people on outpatient basis. A lot of times people who've had hip and knee replacements, some come in and stay for a while, especially if they are living alone, but some go straight home and then come back for therapy as an outpatient. We've had back patients who've had a back surgery that come in for outpatient therapy. Lots of different types of referrals can come in straight as an outpatient instead of having to be an inpatient.
But still, you made a good point there. If you happen, excuse me, if you happen to be living alone, that's really a great thing that you guys can take care of you until you're able to go back.
Right, right. Yeah, there's a lot of people that, you know, don't have family right close by, and that they just have to be able to get back to a certain level to be able to safely go back home. And so we work with them on inpatient basis, and a lot of times we'll go out and evaluate their home before they actually go home and move furniture around or set things up so that they'll be able to be safe when they do get ready to go back home by themselves.
And I think that's a great thing that you've got that expertise there at the Life Care Center, because I bet there's a lot of things out there the everyday person's not going to think about when they go home.
That's true. There are. That's true. There's a lot of things. And people have gotten used to always having their coffee table real close to their sofa, but that may be an issue for them going home. We may need to move it away and give them space so that that's not a fall risk, or little throw rugs that you've always had, you may have to either tape them down or get rid of them, and you know, just minor things that can make the home safer for when people go home.
Because I can only imagine the older we get, those falls are going to hurt a little bit more perhaps than
they're harder to recover from as we get older.
Well, that's neat to know that you guys have that program at Life Care Center in Tullahoma. And you might tell our audience one more time, if they have sort of issues that they would like more information about or feel like they need physical therapy for, who was it they called?
Dawn Stills is our rehab services manager, and if you call out to Life Care, it's 455-8557 and ask for Dawn Stills. She will be able to take your information evaluation and get you referred in to do outpatient therapy if that's what you need.
Okay. All right. Outstanding. Connie, thank you so much
Thank you.
for coming by today. Learn something new every day in this business. I love it. Folks, we'll be right back with more living right after this.
Grill 'em at Gillum's, Tullahoma.
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
Platinum with the Celebration City Car Club here in Shelbyville. And we're having a fall festival of cars, family, and fun October the 4th. And we would invite everybody to come out. We've got a lot of different things going on. We've got an automotive swap meet, Christmas crafts village, pet adoption, cornhole tournament, live music. We got a lot of our charities coming out and going to do demonstrations with what they do and be there to tell about what they do for the community, and just a lot of different things. We've got a tractor pull, the Antique Tractor Club in town will actually be doing the tractor pull, but it'll be going on at the same time. So what else we got going on, John?
Well, I'm John Flint. I'm with the Celebration City Car Club also, and I would just like to mention the fact that any money that's raised from this goes right back into the community again. This year, we gave a couple $1,000s to different organizations here in town. Some of those organizations were Great Strides, the Haven of Hope, Child Development, Arrowhead Ranch, Meals on Wheels, the Bedford County Humane Society, and the Backpack Program. And we'd like to make enough money this year that we could give away even more. But I just wanted to mention that all the money that we raise goes right back into the community again. We're a nonprofit organization. How many years?
This is our 6th year for doing this event, although we've added a lot of different things to this event this year. But this is our 6th year. Okay, we're doing this.
Where's it going to be located? We have moved to the Ag Center this year. Previous years we were at the Calisonic Arena. And that cost us quite a bit of money to do that, so we figured we could give more money by going to a place that's a little less inexpensive to rent. So that leaves more money for us to give away.
What about the cost? Can they buy tickets in advance, or?
We haven't done advanced tickets. Now, vendors, we're looking for vendors, automotive, Christmas Village crafts. It doesn't matter if you got something to sell. It's $40 inside, $20 outside. On Saturday, it's $5 general admission to the public. 12 and under is free, and it's really pay at the door.
Okay. Phone numbers.
You can contact me at 931-684-9379, and
Donna Kaczynski at 931-684-0093. And that's about it.
What time does it start?
On Saturday it starts at 7 a.m. and it'll run till 4 o'clock. And we're going to have a program that we'll give to the public as they come in with a schedule of events in there, telling, you know, what's going on, what time, and this, that, and the other. But it starts at 7 and runs till 4 o'clock that evening.
All right. There's going to be a cruise in also. Anybody that wants to bring their car down and show it to the public, bring it around down, and we're going to have a Best Clunker Award for anybody that's got a clunker they want to show. Bring her down and show it. The best clunker will end up with a prize of some type, a trophy or something. And bring whatever you want to. Tractors, motorcycles, cars, airplanes, space shuttles, whatever you can get in the parking lot. Bring her down.
All right. Thank you.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Welcome back. I'm always happy to have Winston Brooks from the city here to tell us what's going on in Tullahoma. You guys got a lot of stuff happening.
Good morning. That's right. There's so many things.
Great to have you.
Well, it's always fun to come down and see what's happening in Tullahoma and the region. And I'm here to tell you today all the different things that are going on right here in Tullahoma.
And something big is happening Friday night.
Friday night we've got a great concert. It's going to be a free concert down at the park. It's called Journey Resurrection. They're a Journey tribute band, and from the social media I can tell that there's a lot of Journey fans in Tullahoma. So.
Oh, there are lots of Journey fans across the United States. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Friday, this Friday.
This Friday night, 7 to 10 p.m.
And that's all free, isn't it?
It's all free.
You just come, and what do you bring, your picnic stuff, or do they have stuff for sale down there?
They will have concessions, but you're encouraged to bring coolers, blankets, and chairs.
Okay.
It's a family
it's just
event.
a gift from the city.
A gift from the city.
That's beautiful.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Arts in the park, or music in the park. It's a free concert, and it will be rain or shine.
Okay.
So the weather forecast is the weather forecast
case.
is beautiful. So don't worry about that. But even if you get a little wet,
you're going to still have a good time.
That's right. That's right. But there's some other things too that I wanted to talk about, Peggy, that are going that are really important, and I'll go kind of fast because
Okay.
I have a long list here. And you stop me if you have any questions. But
I'll just listen.
one thing I would be remiss if I didn't miss, and Chief Chasteen may come down next week and talk more about Fire Prevention Week, but the focus is on working smoke detectors save lives. So please check your smoke detectors, make sure those batteries are operational. And if you don't have one, you can call the fire department, and they will bring one out for you for free. If you're elderly or disabled, they will install it for you.
Wonderful.
So there's no reason not to have a smoke detector, because typically, from what I've learned, smoke detector goes off in the middle of the night, you only have a few seconds to get out. So there's not much room for error there, so you should get those in there. Another thing real important that I wanted to talk about is what's called Celebrate My Drive. And I told Gina Bumbalo, the coordinated school health director at the high school, well, for the whole school system, that I would talk about this. She wanted to join us, but she couldn't be here today. And Celebrate My Drive has partnered with State Farm, and this is a program that promotes safe driving amongst teens, and their focus is on not texting and driving. And between the dates of October 15th and October 24th, if you go to CelebrateMyDrive.com and register and sign up and vote for Tullahoma High School, you could help them win $100,000.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Wouldn't that be great? So if the community... So it's CelebrateMyDrive.com. CelebrateMyDrive.com, and you can call me, or you can go online to the high school website or to the city website and learn more about this.
That's a beautiful program.
Texting and driving is so dangerous, and I tell you, in all my years, I mean, I've been hit by people texting and driving more than any drunk drivers.
I know.
It's crazy. So, anyways, if you go and the community will go and vote for Tullahoma High School, like I said, they
can win a lot of money.
Win a lot of money.
And they need it.
That's right. And it also promotes a smart message. And then I'd be remiss not to mention Get Fit Tullahoma.
Oh, I know, and that's going good.
Yes. And that is CelebrateMyDrive.com is up there on the screen, so take note of that. And, you know, they say that flattery, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and now there's Get Fit Manchester. So this is Get Fit Tullahoma, not to be confused.
And maybe it will spread throughout the
it's
universe,
a countywide,
which would be awesome.
Yes, countywide initiative, so that's great. But no, Get Fit Tullahoma's got a couple of events I want you to mark your calendar for. The first one is coming up November 8th, and that's going to be a 5K fall festival at Robert E. Lee.
Okay.
Again, it's November 8th. And the 5K, we're working on getting that 5K course certified. We're going to have a big run that morning. And
do you know what time it starts?
I believe it starts at 8.
On the 8th of November. That's the day before
November
Armed Forces Day.
At 8, yes.
Help to remember that.
That's a great idea, too, because Armed Forces Day, or the young people say Veterans Day.
Right.
I'm just kidding with you.
Either one, I'm not sure.
I shouldn't say that, no. And that's going to be at South Jackson Civic Center is the plan. And so if anybody wants to be involved in that, we're still developing the plans. Give me a call down at City Hall. So that's November 8th, Robert E. Lee 5K Fall Festival. November 22nd, let's say you can't make November 8th, but if you want to do both of them, November 22nd, we've got the huge competition between the Panthers and the Bobcats. That's East Middle School and West Middle School. And so last year we had almost 400 people run, and of course starts at the high school.
That's really impressive.
It is
400 people running. That's wonderful.
393 people came out.
Should be more this year. I'll bet there's more.
There will be more this year. And I know it's a little early to be promoting those events, but that's why I want people just to mark their calendar. And we're also working on something that's kind of exciting.
Now, can they go online and get this calendar?
Yeah, they can go online and get this calendar at tullahomatn.gov.
And I think that's a good idea to do that. You can pull it up.
That's right. And I'll put that link on our homepage when I get back to the office. One last thing I will mention is the Christmas parade will be coming up. It's the first Friday in December. And this year we're going to be with CrossFit Tullahoma, Parks and Rec, we're going to do a 5K before the race. So it's you bring out a toy for tot, one toy for a girl, one toy for a boy, and the race is free, and you're going to run from the high school to somewhere in the vicinity of the post office and back.
Now you're saying before the parade.
Before the parade.
What a good idea.
What's so fun about that is we're going to encourage people to dressing
Christmas clothes?
Christmas clothes, Christmas costumes, and you'll get to run in front of all those people lining up for the parade, so it's going to be a great experience for the people.
So you could be Santa Claus, Mrs. Santa Claus, the elves, you can be any kind of Christmas thing you want to be.
That's right.
Wear your red hat.
And you're dressed, you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go, it's on.
Just got to get that ankle healed.
Yeah. Winston, I don't know how you get it all done. There's a lot of great things happening.
Lots of fun.
Do we have anything else? We've got just a few seconds.
Well, as soon as the Christmas parade run is done, then we'll start working on Old Town Christmas.
And
that'll be the following Tuesday.
It'll go on and on and on. There's a lot of stuff to do. Thanks for coming.
You bet. Thanks,
Thanks
Peggy.
for all
Thanks
you do.
for having me.
Good luck
You're
about
welcome.
that ankle. We'll be back with more of Living.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
Hey, I'm Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Our goal is to provide you comfort in your home. Cool weather's on its way. Sign up for your fall maintenance now. Trane is offering some special financing or rebates for your new systems you purchase this fall. Our goal is to provide you with the best possible service and installation job available. Our office staff is beat by none. Now that you've heard the Stroop effect, the picture is clear. Call Stroops for all your service needs.
Today I want to talk about my favorite reality TV shows. Sports. Charter's got over 85 available sports channels, many in HD. Baseball, basketball, hockey, motorsports. Charter also has mobile apps that let you watch ESPN on the go. Subscriptions to all season packages, regional sports networks, even the curling championships in Calgary. Do you like sports? Charter's the one to watch.
You know, folks, I am really, really proud and honored today. For the past several months, I've had an opportunity to share with you some facts about Ray Price and the song that I have on Ray Price's final album, The Final Sessions, Beauty Is. And today, the president of Amaramonte Records, Steve Popovich, is here, and I'm just tickled to death to have you in the studio with us, man.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Thanks for coming here.
Appreciate it.
Just give us a little background. I mean, because these folks out here, they probably don't get to see a label president very often. What's gotten you? What's brought you to this spot in your life? I know you've been involved with music for years.
Yeah, for many years. You know, my father was a veteran of the music industry for about 45 years, starting out in Cleveland, Ohio, working in the Columbia Records warehouse, moved his way up to New York and was vice president of promotion, A&R for Columbia, signed, you know, many artists and whatnot. And, you know, so, I just...
You sort of sat in the living room and watched them all come through.
I guess that's what. Simply put, yeah, that's what it was.
And learned your lessons well, you know, at the feet of a master, because your father was quite instrumental in the success of many careers. I know one person particularly that comes to mind is a guy named Meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah.
So
at a time when there was the days of Peter Frampton's. Here's this 350-pound guy, long hair, operatic voice. Songs are 7 minutes long, and you know
it worked.
It worked. Yeah. You know, with a little bit of persistence, and in this business, you know, you got to be stubborn and you know not take no for an answer. And you know, I think it's in the top 5 most selling album in the history of the music business. So, yeah.
So when you're sitting there watching that, and then throughout your years professionally, what are some of the things? Who are some of the people that you've dealt with?
Well, you know, I started working for my father's label, Cleveland International Records. Was there about 5 years, and we had some international artists. Michael Learns to Rock. They were a Danish group, pop band. We had America's Polka King, Frank Yankovic.
Oh, all right.
We did a lot of polka stuff. You know.
Where are y'all originally from?
Well, our background, our heritage, you know, we're Slovenian, Croatian, and Serbian.
Right. Okay.
You know,
but
so
then you're United States residents when you were growing up.
Cleveland, Ohio. Yeah,
Cleveland. So
Cleveland, Ohio. Yep.
What about LeBron?
Well, how about LeBron? We'll see. You know, LeBron and the Browns. Yeah. No, but we've been down here. This is my second stint here in Nashville. We've been here about 9 years now. My family and you know, we love it down here. We live in Murfreesboro, so.
And have a beautiful, beautiful wife.
She's beautiful. Yeah. She's
wonderful. And 2 young sons.
I'm very blessed and fortunate. Yeah.
And a new album out.
A new album out. Very excited about it. Yeah. Ray Price, Beauty Is. You know, it's
was released April 15th.
April 15th this year. Yeah, we're very excited about it. It's we've had tremendous momentum thus far, and really looking forward to the future, you know, ongoing success of this project. I mean, it's a beautiful story. Obviously, the legacy of Ray Price, and you know, is just, you know, not too many artists you come past that have the career that Ray Price had. It spanned over 7 decades.
Right,
you know?
right. With activity in all 7 of those decades.
Activity in all 7 decades, yeah.
Which is
it's
incredible.
pretty unbelievable. It
and
is.
You know, the night that of course, I've shared with our folks here about the night at the Bluebird, and you know, to be there and be among people like Fred Foster, who produced all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and was the person who was instrumental for bringing strings into country music.
Ray Price.
Yeah, and Fred Foster.
For sure.
And you know, Roy Orbison and all those guys that Fred produced.
Dolly Parton. Yeah.
You know, and to be there with people like that, and Joe Mansfield, who promoted Ray, and then all the way up to Garth Brooks, and made you know, Joe Mansfield's who made Garth Brooks a hero.
Absolutely.
In every home, you know, and so to be in the same room with those kind of people, I know you've been around those type of folks before, but it's awe-inspiring, even if you've been around it before.
Absolutely.
Because these are some of the biggest people in that industry.
No question about it.
To be involved with this project, it's a, you know, it's almost a historical project.
There's no question about it. It's being Ray's last project, and the story behind it is just so inspiring, and it's just, you know, as I said in the beginning, you know, what we need in this project and in today's industry is, you know, there's it's different from what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago, you know, developing artists and that sort of thing. So, you know, I guess our motivation, if you will, going into this project is that this is going to be a marathon. It's not going to be a sprint. You know, we got to be in this thing you know, for the long haul.
Sure.
You know, and
because this album will sell for years,
many years to come. Yeah, and it's just, you know, we need believers. You know, in an industry that's full of non-believers. So, you know, we've had our hurdles, but you know, we've been able to make tremendous strides thus far, and we're going to continue to make those strides. You know, it's just,
well, I mean,
it takes a believer, you know, and I think you and I, we shared that in many conversations.
We believe.
We're believers, you know.
We believe. I feel fortunate that this has happened to me, but I also feel fortunate because someone like you has the reins on this thing. Because, folks, this right here is one tireless human being. He never stops. He continues to work all the time.
You have to. I mean, that's just like with any business, though.
You know, we're emailing each other at 10 and 11 o'clock at night, you know, or on the phone at 10 or 11 o'clock at night. So, and that's the way industry and business is now. It's an around-the-clock type of thing. And you're I'm very proud of you and what you've done and what you've accomplished.
Well, I appreciate that.
Coming from an old man, you know, the age of your dad.
I appreciate that. It means a lot. I mean, it
well,
really
you've
does,
done well.
You know?
You've done well with it, and I know that it's in good hands. Any awards rumblings at all about anything on it yet?
Well, I mean, we're still kind of in the infancy stages on that. You know, nothing to tell as of right now. But you know, hopefully in the next month or two, we'll be able to share some good news.
That's great. That's great.
So, you know, we're not going to quit. We're going to keep going.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Philip, bring up that that radio spot, will you? That I sent you.
This is Janie Price. When my husband Ray Price would tour across the country, his favorite place to dine was Cracker Barrel Old Country Store locations. His favorite thing to order was the Uncle Herschel.
And the beauty of it all is forever, you'll be holding me to.
I miss Ray dearly, and I'm so proud that his last album, Beauty Is, The Final Sessions, is available at his favorite restaurant.
A love affair.
The project includes a duet with Martina McBride and harmony vocals from Vince Gill. Ray believed this to be the best recording he had ever made.
Oh, I wish I was 18 again.
I think you'll agree when you pick up your copy of Beauty Is, The Final Sessions at a Cracker Barrel Old Country Store location near you or at crackerbarrel.com.
So that radio spot of Janie's voice is running on WSM right now.
Through this entire week, yeah. We're
and
doing
so I thought I'd put some pictures behind it and just make a little.
That's great.
Make a little presentation out of it.
Well, we appreciate that.
That last picture of Ray with Eddie Stubbs, you can almost hear Ray saying to Eddie, "I wish I was 18 again."
Right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's unfortunate we don't have Ray here, but his music will continue to live on and touch so many people for many, many years to come.
Now, when this was going on, were you on board? Did you have interaction with Ray during when they were doing the album?
Actually, no. I had really no conversation with Ray. The only time I had spoken to him was, when he was, in the final stage of battling pancreatic cancer. We were kicking around the idea of possibly putting together a fundraiser, a tribute concert to Ray to help offset some of the medical costs that he and Janie had incurred.
Right.
And that's when I brought Joe Mansfield in and a couple other people here in town to, see if we can rally and, put a show together, and at that time, during one of those meetings, Ray had called Joe, and Joe put me on the phone with Ray, and, we were discussing the tribute concert, and then it didn't come into effect, I guess, to January when I got this position with the Miramont Records, and, I first call I made was to Joe, said, Joe, I want this project. I believe in it. I want this thing, and we'll do anything and everything we can to make this extremely successful.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you've done that. You've kept your word.
Well, it's a work in progress. We're still working. So.
Right. Well, I just want to congratulate Janie too, because what a trooper.
Yeah.
She's one who has never been away from the farm. Ray's always been out. She's the one that stays home and takes care of stuff. And just that radio spot right there, it was perfect. Whenever I've heard her on the radio with Eddie Stubbs, she's been perfect. She is an absolute. She's an entertainer that never had a chance to go out and
She
entertain.
really is. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, the first time she did the thing with Eddie Stubbs, and she, was doing the interview. I looked at, one of the people that was looking. I said, "We got a star on our hands."
Yeah.
She's just got that infectious personality.
Oh, she does.
And that was, one of Ray's dying wishes to her. I mean, his hands on top of her saying, "Honey, I need you to do this for me. I need you to go out there and make sure my music, this album, gets to my fans."
Right.
And she's done a tremendous job.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, what's next? What's next for the Popovich family, other than promoting this? Or you hope you have some time to be together during the holiday season coming up and spend some good. I hope you get to spend good family time. I know.
Absolutely.
It's very important.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So,
I'm blessed to have just a beautiful family. We've got an extended family now too. We got some additional kids in our family. So it's
great.
We love it.
Great.
Yeah, it's great.
Steve Popovich.
Man, I appreciate it.
Thank you
so much
very
for
much,
having me.
my friend.
Thank
you for all you've done.
No, thank you.
Folks, we'll be right back after these messages.
Wonderful people in TV land. Thank you, camera lady and camera gentlemen, putting a good, sharp, clear, colorful picture on the screen. Nice to be here right smack in the middle of the month, August the 15th. And I tell you right now, what a wonderful community we have, and good music, and that's kind of hard act to follow. It makes me want to get the old drumsticks out and play again. Maybe sometime we can do that and have a live show, maybe a one-man drum solo. Now, wouldn't that be something? Beat those skins, I tell you right now. But it's been wonderful. And the upcoming South Jackson Goes Country, what a wonderful production that is. Always have a wonderful, wonderful performance. And I think the performers have as much fun as the audience does, because they do their thing, because they love to do it, and it's a real, real treat. Shifting a little bit, I was asked not long ago about some of the old-time Tullahoma carpenters and bricklayers and switching from music to construction brings back a lot of thoughts from way back in our community, and we mentioned some of the building products companies that were here for so many years, like Frank McDowell's and Builder Supply and E.E. Duckworth and Phil Campbell, that supplied building products for so many years here in Tullahoma. And some of the products a lot of folks have forgotten about, and it's new to them, but the memory is there about the early days. You know, concrete blocks weren't even thought of until probably in the early 40s, and they started using those. Prior to that, of course, there were bricks, and even prior to bricks that were brought in, the Tullahoma Brickyard that was out in the neighborhood of Mike Thompson's automobile agency there, and they made bricks at Tullahoma Brickyard for many years, and many times as homes or places are raised, the Tullahoma brick comes to the surface, and they're a real antique and a great souvenir of Tullahoma. But anyway, the foundations and footings were concrete, made out of cement and gravel and sand, as were the sidewalks in the beginning. And homes, some of the earlier homes had log floor joists and rough 2x16 oak flooring floor joists, as well as some of the ceilings and attics. The floors were made of those big rough floor joists. Now, as time went on, most of the homes were built were wooden lap siding, and as time went on too, back in the 30s and 40s, there was asbestos siding for homes and buildings. Metal buildings came in the late 40s, metal warehouses and metal barns and metal garages. Prior to that, though, they were either wooden, mostly wooden, and a lot of the old garages were just made out of that old oak planks. And as time went on, there was a crab orchard stone that came out of East Tennessee, and then many people wonder about a product called Permastone. Mr. Lloyd Enlow was the distributor for Permastone in many businesses, but mostly residences were built with, and they were preformed pieces of varied colors, gold, and brown, and tan, and real dark gray Permastone that was used. It was a real good product and real strong. And then comes so many homes in recent years that were deteriorating have put plastic or aluminum siding in. They're so much better and durable and paint saving, and some of the beautiful ones that have been, and they're available in different colors too that they weren't in the past to make good. And roofs, you notice the vertical tin roofs now of green, dark green, and dark red that are so nice. And used to be shingles, tar paper, wooden shingles, but they became so expensive and didn't last like they do now. But there's a wonderful technology that has given our buildings so much more durability and saving on wear and tear and weather. And we sure do thank you for watching. And this is not the end of the story, because there's a lot more to come. And one of the things in the subject in the future, somebody asked me if I ever knew Poe Cross. I said, well, sure, I knew Poe Cross. He was the publisher and editor of the Old Tullahoma Guardian for many years, and we're going to do a story on him in the near future. We sure do thank you for watching, and everyone have a real good day.
back, and what a good show today.
It was a good show. I love that Travis.
Isn't he something?
He is a case. I loved you as the his cohort.
As the fat female cohort.
No, I love that Travis has developed his own sound that is totally pretty different. I mean,
it's
he's a
very
blues
different.
singer, obviously.
I just hope John didn't ruin his career there.
Well, I don't know. It may be all over for Travis.
No, either that or he might sell another album or two.
He
You never
might,
can tell.
yeah.
Might have picked it up.
He's a good performer.
He is.
And writer. Wow. A lot of talent.
And so, hey, don't forget our football shows this weekend. Tullahoma is playing Columbia. Shelbyville's playing somebody.
Franklin County.
So watch those football shows this weekend. Remember, this replays Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 6:30. And
the Journey group that's going to be at the park.
Journey, going to be at the park.
For the public. Wonderful
Take a journey.
Opportunity.
And then we've got our bluegrass at South Jackson.
Right. Is that Saturday?
Saturday night.
And
sure
so
is.
Friday and Saturday's full. And Manchester has their Old Town Christmas, Pioneer Day or something.
Old Timers Day.
Old Timers Day.
And then they have the Ghost Walk.
That's right.
Which is
so
a neat
there's all
idea,
kinds of stuff to do, folks. Don't sit on the couch and say you can't have any fun. Run out there and get you some, because it's out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.